Look, I need you to be honest with me for a second. You've been saying you're going to start investing for what, 2 years now? 3 years? You've watched probably hundreds of finance videos. You've got that investing app downloaded on your phone. And yet somehow you still have less than $1,000 actually working for you. Meanwhile, you spent $43 on DoorDash last week without even thinking about it. If that's you, this video is going to completely change how you think about building wealth. My name is Raj, and I help people break through the psychological barriers that keep them broke. If you're someone who knows what to do but somehow can't get yourself to actually do it, make sure to hit that subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up if this helps you out. Here's the thing. Charlie Munger, Warren Buffett's business partner, once said that the first $100,000 is a bitch. But here's what most people don't realize. The real psychological battle? That happens way before you hit 100,000. It happens in those first $1,000, and I'm going to show you exactly why your brain is sabotaging you before you even get started, and more importantly, how to fix it. Because once you understand the math and the psychology behind this, everything changes. We're talking about the difference between staying stuck forever and actually building real wealth. Let me show you something that's going to blow your mind. Let's say you invest $500 today at a 10% annual return. You know how long it takes to double to $1,000? 7 years. 7 years of waiting to make $500. That's like $71 a year, $6 a month. Now you might be thinking, Raj, that's pathetic. Why would I even bother? And that's exactly the trap. Because here's where it gets really interesting. That same $500, if you just leave it alone, grows to $1,000 in 7 years, then $2,000 in another 7 years. But now watch this. From 2,000 to 4,000, another 7 years. 4 to 8,000, 7 more years. But at 30 years, that $500 is worth $8,700. At 40 years, 22,600. And here's the kicker. In that final decade alone, from year 30 to year 40, your money grew by almost $14,000. In the first decade, it grew by $500. According to a Vanguard study from 2023, the average investor who starts with small amounts and stays consistent for 30 years ends up in the top 15% of wealth holders by retirement. But 78% of people never make it past year 2. They quit before the exponential curve even starts, professional jobs and benefits. I'll give you a perfect example. A friend of mine, Sarah, she finally invested her first $1,000 in 2021. And you know what happened? She became obsessed. Not with getting rich quick, but with understanding what she owned. Within 6 months, she had read 4 books on investing, she had reorganized her entire budget, and she had automated another $300 a month into her accounts. That first $1,000 didn't make her rich. It made her into someone who was going to become rich. And that's the entire game. Here's where the psychology and the math intersect in the most beautiful way. Let's say you commit to investing just $250 a month. That's about $8 a day. Less than lunch. In year 1, you've got $3,000. Exciting? Not really. In year 5, you've got almost $19,000. Okay, now we're talking. But in year 10, you've got $51,000. Year 20, you've got $190,000. Year 30, $708,000. And here's what blows my mind. You only actually contributed $90,000 of your own money over those 30 years. The other $618,000, that came from compound interest, doing the heavy lifting while you literally did nothing. But none of that happens if you don't start with that first painful, boring, seemingly pointless $1,000. Now you might be thinking, okay, Raj, but I've got debt, I've got bills, I don't have money to invest. And look, I get it. But here's the thing. You don't need to choose between paying debt and investing. You need to do both, even if it's small. Because the psychological win of seeing your investment account grow, even by $20 a month, gives you the momentum to tackle everything else. It proves to you that you can do this. And that belief is worth more than the actual dollars in the early stages. Start with whatever you can. $50 a month? $25 a month? I don't care. Just start. Because the hardest part isn't the amount. It's breaking through the inertia. So here's exactly what you're going to do today. Step 1. Open a brokerage account if you don't have one. Fidelity, Vanguard, Charles Schwab, I don't care which one. Just pick one and do it today. Step 2. Transfer whatever amount feels slightly uncomfortable but not impossible. For most people, that's between $100 and $500. If it doesn't make you a little nervous, it's not enough to change your psychology. Step 3. Buy a low-cost index fund. Something like VTI or VOO. Don't overthink it. You're not trying to pick the perfect investment. You're trying to become an investor. Step 4. Set up automatic monthly transfers of whatever you can sustain. Even if it's $30, automate it and forget about it. Look, here's the truth. 5 years from now, you're either going to wish you started today, or you're going to be incredibly grateful that you did. The difference between people who build wealth and people who stay broke isn't intelligence. It's not luck. It's not even income. It's the willingness to do something boring and unsexy today that your future self will thank you for. That first $1,000 is going to feel hard. It's going to feel pointless. It's supposed to. Because you're not just building an investment account. You're rewiring decades of bad programming about money. So stop waiting for the perfect moment. Stop waiting until you have more money. Stop waiting until you understand everything. Start now. Start small. But start. If this video helped you, hit that like button, subscribe for more no-nonsense financial advice, and drop a comment telling me how much you're investing this month. Let's build wealth together.